Hi everyone, it's Cheyenne with Patsy Girl coming to you today with the first video in the Watch Me Grow 365 Days of Healthy Hair video series. So I want to keep these videos short, try to keep them under 5 minutes, so let's just dive right in. I want to start off with the structure of the hair. Excuse me. Each strand of hair consists of 3 layers, okay? So you have the cuticle, the cortex, and the medulla. The cuticle protects the cortex. The cortex is the brain, which is the middle layer, and the medulla is the innermost layer. However, the medulla is not always present. Medulla is mostly present in thick, coarse textured hair. So if you have, for an example, a naturally blonde haired woman, the medulla may not be there. If you have a fair haired woman, again, it may not be there. So let's go on to the cuticle a little more in depth. When you think of a cuticle, think of maybe like the shingles on a roof, whereas they're layered, there's different layers to the shingles, and they're layered in such a way to protect the surface. Excuse me. So that's what the cuticle does for the cortex, okay? The cuticle protects the cortex. The cortex is responsible for the color of the hair, the texture, the curl pattern, things like that, also known as the brain of the hair. So the cuticle protects the brain, if that makes sense. Our hair also goes through 3 different stages of a growth cycle, okay? There's 3 phases to a hair growth cycle. The first phase is called the anagen, which is the growing phase. The second phase is catagen, which is the resting phase. And the third phase is telogen, which is the shedding phase. In the growing phase, the hair, about 85% of your hair is in the growing phase, anagen. Our hair, normal hair growth rate is 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch every month. So essentially, you can have 6 inches of new growth in a year, right? So that's pretty awesome. The catagen phase, the resting phase, is just that. The hair has simply rested and is preparing for the shedding phase. In the shedding phase, telogen, the hair is just naturally shedding from the head. And the way you can determine the naturally shedding hair is when you look at it, there's a bulb at the end of the hair. So the part that the hair that comes from your head, from your scalp, from the root, there is a little ball or bulb on the end of the hair. So that's how you can determine that hair has been naturally shed from your head, okay? Each hair passes through the phases independent of its neighbor. So what that means is that all of your hair isn't going through the same phase at the same time. So each strand of hair is doing its own thing. Another way to look at it is if, let's say we're in the telogen phase, all of our hair isn't in the telogen phase, which is the shedding phase. If that were the case, ever so often we'd be bald all at one time. So right now my hair is going through, I have some growing going on, I have some resting going on, and I also have some shedding going on. And so that's the case with everyone in their hair. So just to summarize, we've learned that the hair shaft is made up of 3 layers: the cuticle, cortex, and medulla. And we have also learned that the hair goes through different cycles of growth: anagen, catagen, and telogen. I hope that information was helpful to you. There is a more in-depth presentation that I do have, a digital copy, and if you would like to obtain that, all you have to do is subscribe to my newsletter by clicking the link below. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Patsy Girl TV, and you'll be notified. My dog just burped. Seriously. You'll be notified of new video postings. Again, this is a video series, so there will be more to come. So that's it for now, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.